What's going on, guys? It's me, NJT, but you could call me Nick, and that's right, we're back. We played some more Danganronpa, Sugar Happy Havoc. So yeah, let's go. If you guys didn't check out the last video, then yeah, this is the final class trial.
We have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
So we're the only ones here? It's not me!
Well, it's not my blame! What?
Why do you blame me?
Oh, I get it! The only way he could have survived!
Aw, nuts! Ya got me!
Monokuma!
What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our mind...
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Yeah, there we go.
But I thought we figured that out.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Go to head. No. The other ones.
I got it!
I should have read them all, my bad.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago, so they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense, because she had all those wounds before she ever came here. Huh? How do you know that? Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know.
Good point, Toko. What?
She did.
What could have her fatal injuries been? Why do they give you so much stuff?
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you...
Oops.
Obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
That was quick.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle when she entered this school...
To be denied so completely.
Right.
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school, in which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night?
Oh, that. Yeah.
Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant.
Maybe that
If
was
Mukuro had already been dead for several days, so who was it that attacked you?
The mastermind.
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask,
Wasn't the same shirt though.
I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me, but I was wrong. It wasn't her.
So funny.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. Heck, At least, that's what I think.
What?
Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
Nah. It was definitely Junko. Junko definitely attacked me that night. It had to be Junko. Wanna come in 4-5 then?
You never saw their face, so you can't have any. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. There's another part of the...
Oh? Is it the... or the left hand? Maybe the right, or perhaps, or could it be... the hips? You never saw their face, so you can't have any idea who was under that man. I'm telling you now, it was...
You're wrong. There's another part of the...
Oh? Is it the... or the left hand?
No!
Shoot!
You take that one to Kuma.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of but I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me.
Yeah, they didn't have the
And there
things.
was no such... So there's no way...
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her.
No,
but that still doesn't prove that it was me.
Yeah, it
could have
does.
been, you know...
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have...
Yeah! We were...
Oh, okay, sure, but what about Kyoko?
Nah.
Oh, no.
If you insist,
Huh?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
What's happened? Oh!
Your hands!
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind...
Jesus, poor Kyoko.
My scars should
Yeah, it definitely wasn't Kyoko.
No.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
On top of my secret being revealed, sorry, did I?
Not at all.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet, because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
But still. Whoa. Sorry about that, guys. And let's get back to the trial.
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about.
Even
I
though
promise
something
you,
something
without a
really
doubt,
big gets
he
spoiled for
died
me. Doesn't mean I
after
hate
our
the
little
game,
killing
but
game
it really
began
does
here.
break my
And
heart. So I
somehow,
really,
she was killed in
would've been a
secret
huge-
without any of us knowing.
it's just,
And
you know what,
after
it
she
doesn't
died,
matter. If I
who knows
go
how
anymore, I'm
much
just
time
gonna
went
get
by
really
before we
angry.
found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed.
Oh,
Then
shut up.
She was being stored somewhere?
Yep, the fridge.
I got it! Mukuro's body was...
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's exactly
That's
what
right.
I mean.
So it's the perfect...
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
Yep. It was, I know what it was this. Where is it? Yeah, yeah.
I got it!
Told you.
What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says Biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers.
You made everything sound
That's just a wild guess.
Oh, yeah,
Where's your
Monokuma?
evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, Junko.
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
You're talking about...
You
Yeah.
see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Oh well, just a...
Hey, by the way,
What?
Shut up.
One thing.
your family.
No! No.
Don't tell me you forgot it.
No, please don't screw me up. No!
So what do you...
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, are really as safe
Junko,
as
I'm
you
going
might
to
have
kill you!
Calm down, Makoto.
Just ignore it. Hangman's Gambit.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
What?
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Crap. I don't know what I was doing.
What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this?
Shut up, Monokuma!
Impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Crap, reload!
What? What do you want?
Here we go.
I'm not listening!
No! No. Crap! How do I screw that up? I didn't even mean to click it twice! I clicked it and it... Oh, damn it. My bad.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Ah! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this?
This ends, Junko.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this?
Oh, no.
Are you sure about this?
Alright.
I'm not listening!
This should prove it.
Take that, you little piece of crap there.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is... the light.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part, that's where everyone...
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it,
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
Excuse me.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were all...
Why does that matter?
It's, 10.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been...
that's simple. Just recall...
Sayaka, Junko, which she's still alive. Then Mondo, them two, Celeste, Sakura, and then Dingo.
That's right.
So it's Junko.
But according to the lights,
You're saying a dead body?
I got it! The mastermind just...
but if they wanted to do that, they would. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then it may very well be... Well, if that's true, then why doesn't the body...
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost.
Because Mondo. What?
I got it!
Who?
What about it? Officially, 10, but one of the victims may have been murdered. And then murdered again.
What?
Murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Oh, I get it, because Junko died and
Could
someone was
easily have happened. No, it is what
I
happened.
get it.
Sounds like you're already convinced.
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba.
And that's why the body had to
And
be stored
when
in the
Junko
biolab
died, all of the
until moment
wounds.
we
She got
found
all
it
the
in the garden.
wounds.
No,
I
that's
understand.
crazy talk. Besides, who could that someone...
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers.
Nothing's got because Kyoko...
This is sadly where everything got spoiled, and I'm very upset. This could have been the biggest reveal
Is
ever.
this someone? Was it Sayachunko,
Yep,
Enosuyan, Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaka, Hifumi, Yamada, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima?
No? Shoot! Okay, I know what to do. I think I know.
Is this was it Junko, Leon, Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaka, Hifumi, Celestial, Lu, or maybe...
Sakura? No. There's no way anyone was murdered
No, that's not,
twice!
that's not what I meant. What I meant to do was I was meant to do the... My bad.
Who is this was it Junko, Leon, Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaka, Hifumi, Celestial, or maybe...
No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Oh no! No! I keep missing!
Who is this was it Junko, Leon, Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaka, Hifumi,
Okay, I'm gonna get this.
Celestial, or maybe...
No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Who is this someone else that... Was it Sayachunko
Enoshima?
And there you go. That would have been the biggest reveal to me on the...
Junko. Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm really upset now.
Remember, she was impaled by a bunch of...
I'm really upset because it
And
really
Mukuro died
would
from
have...
a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that,
Yes, and that explains why those two
I'm upset,
bodies
man.
so let me see if I have this.
I'm upset. I could have...
Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right?
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, scary.
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but not, which also means that among the people we thought were dead,
And that's the true identity.
Who is it?
We already know the answer to...
No, it's Junko.
She took... and made it look like she was... A little silence?
No. It's Junko! I'm feeling like really upset now.
The body we found in the garden, it wasn't Mukuro.
And she's still alive.
That's right. So the mastermind's true identity is...
What do you say, Monaku?
The body we found, it wasn't Mukuro.
What? I'm really upset.
It wasn't Mukuro.
And she's still alive.
That's right. So the mastermind's true identity
Oh
is...
no!
Mukuro!
Damn it! Shoot! My bad, my bad, my bad.
The body we...
It wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's wrong. No,
Really upset.
the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements, right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vital, everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But...
It's... I sound like one of them.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive.
Are you sure of...
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko... But we saw her get impaled. She... If Junko were...
Why did you
Death
spoil it?
would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead.
She was dead.
So...
It must be...
Then you're with...
I know you gave it your best shot. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been... You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good. But how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right?
I think we need to look at this from the... Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
Hangman's Gambit again? Really? I already know it's Junko, so it's just there's no...
I refuse to give up yet. understand?
Why did you spoil it?
That's it! What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right! But specifically,
Then that would make it Mukuro.
which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko.
Yeah, you're saying they switched? Right when she was about to die?
Good point. So maybe the whole...
I got it! The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all,
Hold on. It's actually Mukuro all along?
I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, no. So Mukuro could have simply told us her. And we never. That would easily allow the two.
Wait! But Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
I'm gonna end the video. Please like us.
She could have hidden it with foundation or